Okay, so this is another one for the promise await thing. All right, so when you have fetch syntax, it automatically kind of creates a promise that is resolved. All right. So you see, I created syntax, which is fetch data, and we're fetching data from here. It's like a free resource. It's called JSON placeholder typecode.ie. So you click on users, it gives you an API. All right. So you see in here, we're simply fetching the data, and then we're console logging the data. Right. There is no syntax for create new promise. Yet await works on this function. Okay. So you see, it will execute this, wait until it gets executed, and only then execute this. So I'll show you an example. Let's console log something. Console log, this one is first. All right. So you see, if you do this, whoops, you see, it first executes the array, then it console logs first, and then console logs should be last. Okay. Do you see? I wonder, I haven't tested this, but let me try this. I'm almost certain that setTimeout is still going to work as well. I'm almost certain because this code here automatically creates a promise in resolve, automatic promise resolve, right? Let's do 2 seconds, so it will take time. And put this, let's just console, whoops, let's do this. Set timeout, right? No, it didn't work. Huh, interesting. Okay. So you see set timeout ran last. Huh, interesting, interesting, interesting. Why is that? Let me just put this in here. See what happens. No, it still doesn't work. Interesting. But why then? Why then is this before this? Hmm. Well, let's do this. Let's see if this is going to work like this. And let's put this in. Mm. Okay, I'm gonna have to pause the video and I'll come back to you 1 second. So basically, I originally thought that once the promise gets resolved in here, it will it will it will prevent, well, it will basically, what I thought to myself, okay, the reason why this one appears first, because this one appears while this one is getting executed, so this is not being triggered because there is a promise unfulfilled yet. So I thought if I put this to 0.1 second, like 0.001 second, technically this will take probably like a couple of milliseconds to get resolved, right? So this should trigger first, but it doesn't seem to be working at all, right? Because you see, if I refresh, set timeout is always last. It appears that if you have a set timeout, you have to create a separate promise for it. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. But let's console log something separate. Second, let's see. Yeah, it's very interesting. First, second, then our promise gets resolved, and then this thing gets triggered. This one here. Huh. Anyway, you definitely need some kind of a 10-year experienced programmer to figure this one out. I'm just trying to figure out how the sequence works. Okay, be right back, be right back. Okay, so basically for set timeouts, you have to create a new promise separately, separate to the fetch function. All right, so now it works, you see. So we have this being triggered normally, this being triggered normally. So if you have some kind of variables you want to output, you can do it just with the fetch function. All right, so this works. And then for this to work, because it's a set timeout, you have to use a new promise, okay? And then it works. So you see, so this should be first, second, data comes out, third, and then this is last. And this is the way it works in here. Look, first, second, data, and then third, this should be last. Okay, that's it. Okay, so hope that helps. Take care.